95.7 The Hog, Daytona's rock station. How you doing? It's Riggs. It's Friday. It's Morning Hog Happy Hour. That must mean it's time for our friend Josh S.R. Perrott to come back and enjoy a Morning Hog brew review. I didn't spit my gum out yet.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
Should I? Let me ask you this: are any of these beers gum friendly?
No. I do remember Beta that one had the juicy fruit style beer.
Yeah,
the gum.
Okay, that's right. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out if the aftertaste will affect my enjoyment. I'm sure it won't. I love it that you have 6 icy cold beers for us today.
We do, and you should recognize all but one.
Okay.
And that was kind of the theme of today. You know, I was like, what are we going to do this week? And I figured we'd do some nice summertime beers because we're right in the thick of it, right?
It's
the heat is here.
So this is the summer starts today.
Oh.
Yeah, tonight.
I don't know how the solstice works and all that crap.
Me neither.
But
I had a chart in the other office, but yeah, so it starts like later today. Tomorrow, the first full day of summer. Here's some new beers you could try for the first day of summer.
Well, so these are classic beers.
Okay.
That are always available, but I think they're great summertime beers as well. You know, these are classic beers you may not think about all the time because we talk about seasonals and new releases quite often. So I figured let's throw it back, some that are out there.
I love it.
You may need to revisit. They're all fantastic beers. So we're going to start off with an old school beer, over 20 years old.
Really?
One of the first beers in the Florida craft community.
Okay.
Created by Tom Mensch, awesome guy.
Right.
Orange Blossom.
Orange
Blossom Pilsner.
Oh my! I remember the first time I saw the Orange Blossom vehicle. And it has a tap on the side of it.
Yeah, tap drilled straight into the side of the vehicle.
It's almost exciting. I've never been that excited. Like, oh my God, Florida's incredible. They just dispense beer from cars.
That's right.
I got to move here, and so I did. Cheers. All right, so what if they? No, this is the OG.
This is the OG Orange Blossom Pilsner. Like I said, created by Tom Mensch, essentially in his garage over 20 years ago.
Okay.
The rumor is that he changed the pricing on honey in the state of Florida because he was using so much honey to create this beer.
Really?
Which is crazy.
I believe it, though.
You know, but that's why it's such a staple, especially in the state of Florida. You can't be an enthusiast without having tried this beer.
No, and when it's in your head, when it's in your mouth, I mean, and it's also in your head by just virtue of location, you can taste the honey. It's there.
Right. So there's 2.3 teaspoons per can.
Wow.
Of actual orange blossom honey.
I love this.
So the honey flavor is absolutely prominent. That is the flavor profile of this, right? That's what you want. That's what you're getting. Nice, refreshing, especially in this summertime weather.
Oh my gosh.
But also great year round.
This is one of those reminder beers. Like, I love this beer. I just forgot that I love it because I get other beers in the way. Like, oh my God, I got to go back to this beer now.
Right. And that kind of happens to the OGs sometimes, you know.
Right.
You've had it before. So you're always out there trying new stuff. Like I said, new releases or seasonal and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's always great to have a staple to come back to. Know what you're getting every time. Quality beer. You know, OVP is very, very hard to beat.
Right. Smooth. Low ABV, too, on this thing, right?
Yeah, so 5.5%. So better than your domestic lager.
Love it.
At 5.5%, so you're still getting the job done. They also make another fantastic beer called OVP Squared, which is 11%.
Okay.
And essentially, they take half the water out of it, so the ABV gets bumped up 50%.
Okay.
You get double the flavor, double the ABV. It's one of my wife's favorite beers.
Yeah.
It'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, I would
for
think.
sure.
Yeah.
But a fantastic beer as well. So if you see it out there, you know, go ahead and grab that as well.
Oh, I love this. Okay. All right. Orange Blossom. Thank you very much. That's a great start. I don't even know how you top it. I mean, you don't have to top it. They're all on the same level right here.
Right. So, you know, we'll move on to another local. Again, this is another one I think that doesn't get thought about often enough because it's a fantastic beer that's been around for quite some time. We know Persimmon Hollow out here has a huge presence. Fantastic brewery out of DeLand that's been around for over 10 years now. Most known for Beach Hippie, obviously Beach Hippie IPA, and Daytona Dirty Blonde. But there is a third out there, and that's their Blood Orange Wheat. That has also been out for quite some time. You know, again, another lower ABV at 5%.
Love it.
You can get this in cans or on draft out there. Always check out the website to find it.
Josh is talking about srperrott.com/beerfinder.
That's right.
Internet, hit, enter, send, and then you just wait for the results, and you find the beers.
You know what? And I didn't realize it when I picked the beers that time, but summer kind of lends itself to a little bit sweeter, fruitier beers, just for that refreshment factor.
Right.
So pretty much everything today, Orange Blossom. You know, we're going into orange again.
Right.
And then you'll see a kind of theme through the rest of the beers here.
The blood orange.
Yep.
But by the way, the toughest of the oranges too. Standard orange, great. But blood orange is like, look out. If you get those two together, who's gonna win in a fight?
I think the blood orange.
Yeah, cage match. They shake hands at the end, but
right. They're still family.
You leave
right?
a mess. Yeah, and there's bees everywhere.
But if you haven't checked out the brewery in DeLand, number one, why not?
Right.
It's been there for over a decade.
Sure.
So go down there. DeLand has some fantastic food.
Right.
So head up the brewery, grab some food while you're out there.
Yeah.
They have an awesome taco truck across the street called Neighbors, right next to Cafe Da Vinci.
Josh's house, of course. You stop by there, get some food. Yeah.
Yep. I'll put the address on the YouTube link.
Okay. Yeah, put it up later. Yeah.
But it's a $20 fee to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you had to start charging cover charges
course.
because people kept taking towels and stuff from your place. This is again great beer. The blood orange tartness isn't really present here.
Right. So it's funny to have two completely different flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Both using some form of orange. Obviously, one blood orange, one regular.
Right.
Florida orange. But the honey versus no honey, the wheat character on the Persimmon Hollow. Both fantastic beers in their own rights, especially being local.
Yeah, it's just full of flavor though.
It is.
God, so good. And local.
Yeah,
Florida pride.
Fairly local.
Yeah, cheers to Florida right now. I'm Florida patriotic today.
Florida patriotic.
All right, now I need to put that in my pocket though for a minute, right? Because we're about to move out of Florida.
We are moving out of Florida.
Okay, all right.
All the way up to I can't remember where. It's way up there.
Yeah, it's up. It's look again. We'll put the map up here later.
Yeah. I'm always having such a hard time trying to say the name that I forget where it's from.
Sure.
But I want to say it's like Chippewa Falls or something like that.
Okay.
Lightning Koodle.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about it a million times how fun it is to say.
That's right. We never put Lightning Koodle in the second half of the show because, saying it.
Right. You have a really hard time saying it.
Put it in there early.
So Lightning Koodle, we're lucky.
Yeah.
We get summer shandy from Lightning Koodle year round.
Okay.
Not necessarily the case around the rest of the country.
Yeah.
But Florida is such a big shandy state, if you will.
Right.
That we are lucky enough to get it year round. Another one, we know that they have the peach out there, the variety packs and stuff like that. We talk about it throughout the year, but summer shandy is the OG, the classic, the original, and the go-to. It's
so refresh. I mean, I want to go cut grass right now. I want to do some yard work. I'm not going to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not wearing the proper shoes.
Wanting and doing are two different things.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up this shirt. But this is what this beer would be perfect for. Anything, really, any activity.
Quite literally, and that's what like I said. Pretty much 5 out of 6 beers today you can get year round.
Okay.
But it's just a reminder that they're out there.
Yeah.
Go grab them. Revisit.
Yeah, and don't. And again, there's not a overriding tartness to this either. It's just a good flavor.
The lemon flavor on this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely balanced. We've talked about shandies before. Typically, a mix of beer and lemonade.
Right.
They have balanced this perfectly. I don't know what percentage of which is which, but the ABV is still 4.2%. So you're still getting some nice some ABV in
all
there.
day.
Yep.
Whew. Well into a hot summer night. And then, by the way, when you sweat this out of your pores, you can lick it off your arm.
Is that how that works?
Like a kitten, right afterwards. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it in public.
No, don't do that in public. Do it on your own porch, or Josh's if you visit him. But
only if I'm drinking it.
You pay the $20, you can do what you want.
Yeah, $20 is $20.
Phrase it pays.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for round 2. Are we taking a break? We get to the rest of the brews?
Yeah.
All right. Stick around. More Morning Hog Brew review coming up on 95.7 The Hog. Now, can I use a traveler's check, or do you just take straight cash?
Bitcoin.
95.7 The Hog, Daytona's rock station, presenting The Morning Hog Show, featuring me, Riggs, and that dude, Josh S.R. Parada, Morning Hog Brew review.
I like the word featuring.
Bro.
What the?
I was trying to get this. I've had this new thing where I figured out, talk about palate cleansing. You do this when you have beer, when you go try at a beer fest or whatever.
Yeah,
a lot of people, you'll drink some water.
Yeah.
Bro, that's old school. This is the way to do it. You just get some gum in there, chew this thing up a little bit. You get the mastication process started, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh man, my taste buds are alive. I'm ready for more."
But that wasn't a new piece.
No, it's the same. It was the same piece I put it on there before.
How long you been chewing that piece? You were chewing that before I got here.
Yeah, there's some stuff falling from the ceiling that I don't feel safe about. I'm gonna put this back out. Let's just go with the beers then.
What year
instead.
was this any asbestos around?
Well, I mean, for what we're told, it was blown in here in the 90s.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's the last paperwork we could find on it.
Some jokes on that one.
Whew. All right, well, I'll wash that down with good beers.
Yeah, here we go. So, we had Orange Blossom Pilsner,
Right.
Persimmon Hollow, Lightning Koodle's on the front half. Like I said, these are all kind of OG beers that have been around for quite some time.
Okay.
Doing some revisits, especially in the summer months. These are nice, refreshing. Some fruit flavors here and there.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of the theme of today. So we're going to go to Blue Moon, which we know that typically has that Valencia orange flavor, a little bit of coriander,
Right.
And stuff like that. This is their mango wheat.
Okay.
You can find this in 6-packs out there. I don't think we have it in draft currently. So 6-packs are going to be the way to go.
Mango wheat.
But if you're not sure where to find it, you can always check out our website.
He means srprot.com/beerfinder.
That's the one.
I found this beer right here in my hand.
So
Smells so good.
It smells just like a ripe mango.
By the way, the gum is mango, too.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So you cleanse your palate.
I'm already ready for it, yeah.
That's, all right, fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll give
trade
you
the
it this time. 5.4%. So again, higher than your typical domestic beer.
Oh, that's really good. That's so good.
I would say it's so good. It won the silver medal at the Fruit Wheat Beer 2016 Great American Beer Festival.
Fruit wheat beer. That's a lot.
It was a mouthful.
Yeah, that's a lot. But it's this is a mouthful because it's like full flavor, not heavy, not too fruit.
And I don't know how to describe it, but I've had a lot of mango flavored things.
Okay, yeah.
And we've discussed it before, but this has a very particular flavor that is. It has to be real mango.
Okay.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
There's something in the background that makes it taste like you just took a big bite of a mango.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's real good. That's a good description. It's authentic mango.
I like it. Yeah.
Not
A little bit of
charred.
sweetness on the end.
Yeah. Do you grill mangoes, by the way?
I have.
You grill out. You do a lot of
a lot of grilling.
You do you're a food specialist. You prepare and you
I like good food.
do stuff. I would think you can incorporate mangoes into one of those things.
Yeah, I've grilled peaches and mangoes. And
mango steak. You ever do?
No, that's
think about
too
it.
much.
Just think about it. Don't count it out yet.
No, I am counting it out.
Yeah, the episode's young still. All right. I love again. I feel like summer right here in a cup.
Absolutely.
All right.
So all these on the front end here, these first 4 beers were a little bit lighter, and you weren't necessarily getting any hop flavor. It's pilsners and lagers and wheat beers and stuff like that. So now we're stepping into the IPA world.
Oh yeah,
but still some of those same flavor profiles. So here's a classic that has been one of my favorite beers for years. Terrapin Luau Chronicles.
Oh.
They call this a POG beer, which is
love it.
Passion fruit, orange, and guava.
Love it.
I think you and I have discussed this before. The reason they say, do you remember POGs way back in the day?
Yeah.
It's because they used to use the caps originally,
right,
before they started printing them on paper and cardboard and all that crap.
Yeah.
Use the caps of passion fruit, orange, and guava bottles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess that's where the game originated.
So this is the game of POG.
Right.
You kids right now, you don't know what we're talking about.
They
You kids
have no idea.
Yeah, but trust me, this was simpler times where you would play games with lids of beverages.
Right. It had a huge resurgence in my childhood back in the early 90s.
Right.
And we collected cardboard pogs.
Right. Now we just take the Crunkles can and we smash it down and play hockey in the hallway.
There you go.
But it's still fun, I love this beer. And I know that this didn't used to be a year-round, did it, for Terrapin, or what?
They did, I think, 1 year it was a seasonal to kind of launch it as the release, and did so well that it's year-round. You can get this just about anywhere nowadays. It's a little limited on draft, but Publix, Total Wine, ABCs, local independents, you can always check out our website.
srprot.com/beerfinder.
That's the one.
/Crunkles is yummy.
Yep.
It's such a good beer, and you're right. So now you've got a little hoppy in there, but there's still plenty of fruit.
Absolutely.
Plenty of flavor.
Yeah. And all that fruit flavor is coming from the hops that they select, which is crazy.
Blows me away.
Yeah, beer
so
science.
They didn't stand at the Terrapin Brewery and chuck fruit into this thing.
Right.
It's just beer.
And this is 6.5%. So, if that's more your speed. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're getting some definite hop bitterness up front.
Oh.
Clearly an IPA. But also those nice fruit flavors to kind of round it out.
I love it a lot. And again, I'll drink it year round, but especially maybe you're, doing some fishing, maybe you got a pool, something that has to do with water, maybe you're taking a bath. Get one of those. Right?
I'm a big bath guy.
Well, I wasn't. Let me tell you something. When the summer heat kicks in, you run a cold bath.
Okay.
Right, and then you get like a blanket, and you get out of there and you're shivering. You put the blanket on you, and then you chug one of these. It's really good.
Wait, is it filled with? So it's filled with cold water. Then you wear a blanket, and then you get in.
Yeah.
This seems counterproductive, but
Yeah. It just makes me thirsty.
yeah, whatever floats your
How I
your
do
bath,
it.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to get my. There's some of these exfoliant skin rubs. What is that can you're cracking?
So, like I mentioned, these first 5 beers you recognize,
Right.
Old school classics. Go back, revisit them, try them again. I guarantee at least one of those 5 will become your favorite beer, especially for summertime, but also year round. So, this is the seasonal of today.
Okay.
Sierra Nevada, we know that they do their about quarter release of new little things.
Right.
This one is Peachy Little Thing.
Peachy Little Thing.
Yeah, you don't really get a whole lot of peach beers out there anymore.
Okay.
For a little while, it was a pretty big trend, but over the years, it's kind of faded out. So I'm glad that Sierra Nevada is back here, revisiting peach. This is a little bit higher ABV at 7%.
Okay. Now, Sierra
Limited
Nevada
release.
always has that. There's a hot profile that you can blindfold me. Let's see if I'm just going to do it with my eyes closed. Is this in my mouth? I got it.
You got it.
Oh wow.
Nice, easy drinking. The peach isn't super prominent.
No.
It's kind of just saying hi. Yeah, back there. Which, if you're looking for an IPA, you probably want a little bit more of your, the hop bitterness right up front.
Right.
And then the peach just,
It's so good. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
They don't need to do this. They already got all their.
It's Sierra Nevada.
They got their fleet, and the Little Things fleet is so massive now.
It is now.
It's like a dozen or something, or I don't know. It's like a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a lot
probably
of
creeping up on that number for sure. They make a variety pack that's year round that won't have this particular beer in it, but the Little Thing line, some cool beers in there, so check that out. But another one, like I said, this is seasonal, so limited release. If you see it, grab it now because it'll be gone probably within the next 4 weeks or so.
Man, I was not nervous the whole episode. Now I got nerves because I'm like, I got to hurry up and get that beer. Where can I get that beer, I wonder?
Well, I think the easiest way would be to check out our website.
Oh, you mean srprod.com/beerfinder?
That's the one.
Where you can find all the beers. You can find all the beers we had today. So there you go. It's by this time tomorrow it'll be full tilt summer.
Yeah.
I don't know how long summer goes. I have no idea.
It can get any hotter.
Right. I don't either.
I've lived here my entire life.
Yeah.
And I just cannot get used to it.
Yeah, and kudos to you for finding a way to get these beers cold because it's hot outside today. I don't know how you did it. There's a cooler, but I don't know how it works.
Right.
You don't plug it in, so I got no idea what the science is. Nope. But suffice it to say, these are icy cold, and I prefer them that way.
Yeah. A nice cold beer is the direction I like to go.
Yeah, beat the summer heat, and if you get too hot, pour some on you, but then drink it quickly. Well, there you go. I can't wait. The summer's going to be much better thanks to this fleet.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Josh.
Absolutely.
Thanks, SR Parrot. Cheers to you.
Cheers, y'all.